Hi, guys. It's Dr. George. You'll hear Melvin in the kitchen doing dishes for whatever reason. He likes to start right at 7:30. So if you hear the little noise, that's Melvin. So I see a lot of you joining. If you go ahead and put in the comments, if you put anything, we'll put it on the screen. Tonight we have a book called One Time for Dylan, and it's written by Anika Fontanet Porter and illustrated by, I'll have to ask the parents because they're here. So I'll bring them out. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Dimple.
Hello, hello.
Jones, Dimples, and Daryl. What you prefer, Dimples and Daryl or
I'll just DJ.
DJ? DJ and Dimples. That's easy.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
easy. So we have this book today, One Time for Dylan. Now you didn't write the book, so tell me how you're associated with the book.
It's and it's pronounced one time for Dalen. His name is Dalen.
Dalen.
And what it is, we were introduced to the author. She had written a book for someone that we knew about their son. And so I wanted to keep we wanted to keep Dalen's memory alive, and that he could be in the homes of many others and be a blessing to others through his memory. So therefore, we talked to the author. We just told her Dalen's story, who he was, what type of kid he was, and then she just incorporated it into the story. And the illustrator just came in and just worked it that way, and it produced into this beautiful book that we have had a lot of great feedback with this book. And it's been a true blessing to us to bless others that has lost a loved one.
Okay, so this is my first time reading the book. But I do want to read the comments. Hi, Cypria Flowers. Hi, Brayson and Tracy. I'm on my personal page looking. And hi, Cartina from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. How are you? And hi, Ava, Ari, and Pop Pop. They never, ever miss. And hi, Miss Laura. And hi, Grimbo family. I love y'all too. So those are some of our scholars. So we have people coming in. So as you put them in, hi, Juliana Worship, watching from Silsby. So I kind of like to give a shout out so you can see where the audiences you are reaching. So I'm going to begin reading. She said, I'm wonderful. Hi, sis and bro. Do you want to say anything to her?
Hey, Cartina. Thank you for checking in with us.
Hey, Cartina.
So here we go. I'll start the book. And remember, I don't read the books in advance. But before I start, let me give a few people time to come in. Tell me about this deep conversation of workbook for those experiencing loss.
The workbook was something that we wanted to add in addition to the actual book, because so many people has lost a loved one. And with kids, it's hard to cope. So to help them and assist them on how to deal with the loss of a loved one, the author created his workbook, and it's a workbook it's not only for kids but for everyone. It has emojis in there, so it's really relatable to everyday life and what we're used to in the technology world. So daily you can write how you feel, what you think, circle an emoji. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you emotional? And so the book helps us along our journey of loss. And so we wanted to also share that with the readers as well.
Yes, because sometimes it's better when you write things down and absorb and give you a chance to think versus just speaking it out. So.
Love that. Now, the author, do you know the author? Some people never ever meet the author. I mean, the illustrator.
But no, we didn't meet the illustrator. The author deals with the illustrator all the time. Mm-hmm. So what she did was she presented us the photos and the pictures of what he did, and we tweaked it a lot and revamped it. And so he did a great job with illustrating the characters in the book.
Yes,
he did a great job.
Love that. So I'm getting ready, and I have a few more. Megan Rayner said, "Hi, hey, Mrs. D and Mr. D," and Mabry is on here as well. So Mabry from Vider is on, and Miss Duke. How are you, Miss Duke? And this is Mike from California. I mean, Florida. Sorry, Mike. Mike fact checks everything in my books every week. That's what he does. He comes in and he fact checks. He fact checks. So here we go. One time for Dalen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. And it's a all about Dalen page in the front of the book. Let me turn that. Melvin, could you turn that ring light off so they can see that glare? So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let me get to the book. And in here, there's a bookmark that says forever in our hearts.
Yes, yes.
It's like on so the glare isn't so bad. Okay. One time, Dalen Jones, 2009 to 2018. Memories are special moments that tell our story. So he's 9. He was 9.
Yeah.
Correct.
Thank you, forever in our hearts, Dalen Jones. So there's a little bookmark there. And then there was something else in here. Oh, this is a little sticker in here with a cardinal. We'll talk about the cardinal later. And Megan says she loves y'all. And hello, Laura from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Hello.
How are you doing?
So here we go. There had been silence in heaven for more than 30 minutes when the golden trumpet sounded throughout the kingdom. It was the sweetest sound of all the trumpets, only ever blown by the angel at the welcome gate. Dalen knew what it meant and hurried to get there. It was his duty to meet the newest arrivals and welcome them inside. There he was, a young boy around Dalen's age of 9. He was standing in place just outside the golden welcome gate, looking around and around. Where am I? Said the boy softly. Where is this place? So if you know what this place is, boys and girls are adults, go ahead and type it in the comments. Dalen remembered. Happy Tuesday from Port Arthur, Texas. Hi, Netta. Dalen remembered when he was that boy. He too had once stood at the Golden Gate, curious about the magical place he was seeing. Dalen smiled and walked up to the boy. This is the gate of heaven, said Dalen kindly. You are in heaven now, just like me. Welcome. I'm in heaven, said the boy, even more curious. How come? What happened to me? It's okay, Chris, said Dalen. You don't have to worry about anything here. Don't be afraid. This is your new home. Immediately, the boy seemed more relaxed. He smiled at Dalen and said, You know my name? I believe you. I am not afraid. Dalen took Chris's hand in his and led him through the open gate. They walked hand in hand, silent all the way to the floating clouds. There, Dalen climbed onto the one where he'd been sitting when the trumpet sounded. Sit here with me, said Dalen, making himself comfortable on the large white cloud that faced the tall, shiny window. I was watching a football game when you arrived. Chris sat beside him and smiled. You were, he said, wide eyes in amazement. What is this window? It's beautiful. Take a look, said Dalen, pointing. This window lets me see all the people I had to leave behind on earth, family and friends. Today, my old sports team is celebrating me in a special way. Chris leaned forward and stared through the window at the players, coach, and spectators. The football and basketball teams are playing great today, said Dalen. The guys are really putting everything into these championship games for sure. Those blue headbands they're wearing, said Chris, with your name on it, with the beautiful wings. It's all for you, right? Yep, said Dalen, smiling. And the number 1 you see on those jerseys, that's for me too. I wore that number on my jersey when I played. Wow, said Chris. And now you are not there, but they've dedicated all of those championship games to you. They've not forgotten you. Wow, how special. Just like your family and friends, said Dalen, assuring Chris will not forget you just because you had to leave them on earth. I'm choking them back. I'm choking them. Dalen told Chris about his big love for the game. He had played every game in the playoffs before he had to leave for heaven. The team had been great. Unfortunately, he was in a tragic accident while celebrating with his family. Wow, said Chris. I can't imagine how you must feel. You were an amazing player, weren't you? I was, said Dalen. Because of my teammates, I am amazed at how much they have gathered to remember me, but not surprised. They were truly my family. I can see that, said Chris. It's awesome to see your team still so united. Even the people in the stands are wearing shirts with those wings and the number one. They remember you. The crowd was filled with shirts that said one time for Dalen. Suddenly, there was the sound of a buzzer. Chris spun his head around and round to see what it was. Dalen pointed to the window. It's over, he said, leaning into the window. The game is over. My team won the game. Everyone cheered. Chris and Dalen cheered in heaven, causing the huge white cloud to rock back and forth. Dalen blew a feather down for the team to see that he was watching. As the feather touched the ground, Coach Dallas said, one time for Dalen. Through a megaphone, he held up the golden championship trophy toward heaven in honor of his late star player. Whoa, said Dalen, celebrating some more. Did I skip a page? I think I skipped a page. No, I didn't. Okay. Whoa, said Dalen, celebrating some more. Chris said, what about your real family, though? Do they remember you too? Take a look, said Dalen, pointing to the window again. Those are my brothers, sisters, and cousins at my grandmother's house. It's my birthday today. Now, they've gathered for me. Oh, look at Ben. He's my big brother. Ben is the one dressed as Black Panther to remember me. Everyone was dressed in a costume, even Dalen's grandmother, who'd never worn a costume except now to honor Dalen's memory. He was overwhelmed to see how his love for costumes had created such a warm memory for his family. Who's that dressed up like a queen? Said Chris, pointing to a woman. She's so very beautiful. Mrs. George rocks. Thank you, Miss Hanks. Mom said, Dalen reaching his hand toward the window. He smiled, seeing his mother smile. Dalen had missed her so much already. You're always so beautiful, Mom. Today you're sparkling in that dress with all those stones. I hope that crown you are wearing reminds you that you are a true queen. Just then, Dalen's mom looked toward the window, met eyes with Dalen, and smiled as if she was smiling at her son. Dalen smiled back at her. Chris gasped in amazement. Hi, Michelle and Veronica. Ms. Worsham said, it's beautiful. Dalen spotted his daddy with his arms folded and observing everyone else in the room. His father was still being the tough guy in the family, his face a blank. But Dalen noticed something else that made him grin. His daddy was also wearing a costume. Dalen knew that he was wearing it just for him. It was a simple cape and mask, but to Dalen, it meant everything that his daddy had bothered to put them on. Dalen's heart was filled with joy. He was so happy seeing everyone having fun in his memory. Seeing the family smile was such a gift. Look at you, Dad and Mom. Hi, Amanda. Cake and desserts came out, looking amazing. Dalen chuckled loudly. He told Chris all about the time he and Taylor had snuck double chocolate cupcakes into his own birthday party. They'd forgotten they were in their pockets, ruining their white pants after sitting on them. Everyone, including them, had a good laugh as they looked as if they sat in a mud pie. As Dalen and Chris both laughed, Dalen's family started a countdown in the house. When they stopped counting, a banner slowly unveiled, revealing the words, one time for Dalen. Happy games and happy days in heaven. Miss and love you forever. Then everyone chanted, Dalen, Dalen. Your family is amazing, said Chris, just like mine. I miss them. They are amazing, said Dalen. And I know you miss your family and friends too. Wait till you sit on your own cloud. You'll get to see them through your own window, just like mine. I will, said a super excited Chris. My own white cloud and tall, shiny window. I can't wait to see Mama and Daddy, my brother too. I will take you to yours now, said Dalen, getting up from the cloud. Come on. But then Dalen stopped. Shh, he said to Chris, turning his head toward the window once more. It was Ben's voice whispering, "Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray, dear Lord, my soul to keep." It's my favorite prayer, said Dalen, smiling. He's saying it for me. For a moment, heaven was silent once more. Dalen stared at Ben praying and knew that he was missing, really missing him. Hi, Miss Jackson. Good evening. Hi, Miss Amanda. Dalen whispered, "Good night for now. Ben, one day I will welcome you at the golden gate of heaven. For now, I know I live in your heart and the hearts of all my family and friends. I'm gone, but not forgotten." As Ben ended his prayer, Dalen heard Ben say, "This one's for Dalen. Amen." Dalen smiled and continued to walk with Chris. Soon, Chris would be sharing the joys of seeing his family with Dalen by his side. And then we have about the author here. So I got to tell you. So my mom passed, right? And I had this dream, and I always tell about this dream. And that one page got to me, the window, because I had a dream about mom, and I went into this mansion that she was in, and the gold that the house was made of was not like any color gold I've ever seen. It was just, I don't even know. I can't even describe it. And the noises were colors, but I knew what the noises were. Like you would see a color instead of hearing a noise. And there was this music that I can't even describe it. It's not even the sound of a harp. I don't even describe it. But I went into the house and I said, "Mom, who is those people in the room?" Because they were us, me and my five sisters. And she said, "Oh, that's y'all." But I knew we were all still on earth. But she had us like our spirits there.
Okay.
And so I went around the house and I pulled on the door and she said, "You can't go in that door." And I woke up. But that window reminded me of my mom, you know, that they're not lonely. They don't, like Dalen is not up there going, "I want to come back." He's going, "Y'all need to hurry up and come up here because this is where it's
Yeah.
at." So
Yeah.
so tell me, in the book, there's one question I have about the book. You have a bunch of hearts going up on my page. On this one, the feather. Tell me why you used the feather.
Well, we have a story behind that. On the day of the championship game that they were playing, the team mom, we were out of town, so we couldn't make it. So the team mom texted us and said a white feather flew down in her pocket. And so she looked down and she had the feather. So they felt it was a sign from Dalen. And then the same day was my great niece's birthday. And my niece had stopped to the store to pick up some items. And when she opened her car door, a white feather was at her feet. So to us, it was a sign that he was there at the game, and he was also there at the birthday celebration of my great niece. So Dayton was a very special kid, very kind. And so we wanted to keep his memory alive. We wanted his name to be in many homes of many people who knew him and who didn't know him because of the kindness that he shared here on earth. And it's a bad, it's a loss every day for us. And we know so many people who have lost a child or have lost a parent and or just a loved one in general. And so we just want to let people know that heaven is real. And we know without a shadow of a doubt that our baby is in heaven. And so just the kindness that he portrayed here on earth, we want to portray that to others, that his memories are just special moments that tell our story. And so I put that quote in that book and on that bookmark for that particular reason. And even with the cardinal you mentioned earlier, the cardinal, angels appear when cardinals are near. And so we have had many visits with cardinals come our way, and we knew he was here. And then I work at Lamar University, and it's Cardinal, town. And so I'm just always reminded of that. I'm always reminded of that. And when Dayton was here and he went to work with me one day, he drew this cardinal, just this Freelance the Cardinal, and I have it on my desk, and it's still there to this day. That it was just like he just say, "I'm gonna forever be your angel here on earth." So that's where
I
we're at.
love it. You got comments going over here. Miss Fountain, one of our teachers, said, "Love it, so beautiful." Miss Rumsey gave y'all kisses. She's a teacher. Miss Worsham said, "Wow, beautiful." Miss Jackson said, "Beautiful," and she said, "Yes." So you're getting a lot of positive comments. And the book on the back says for ages 5 through 12. I need you to say from 5 to 100
Yeah.
because as an adult, this book gives you reassurance. Now, the one time Dalen, tell me what that means, because that's said throughout the book. One time for Dalen.
Well, the football team, that was the chant that they used after he was gone. One time for Dalen. They always said that at every game, after every game. And a story about when the Feather, they won that game by 1 point, and that was his number 1. So, it all ties in together. We couldn't put everything in the book because it would have been 9 million pages. So we just had to cut it down.
Yes.
I
So
love it. I saw Mr. Poncho said, "Thanks for making me cry."
oh,
What a wonderful story. He has 3 little ones of his own. Now, tell me, we talked about the workbook, and there's a little note in the workbook, and then there's some pages that you can work through, and I'll go over. There's emotions. How are you feeling right now? I would probably have to say this one for me right now. I'm kind of torn between this one and this one.
Mhm.
And it says circle one of the emojis that describes you. And today I remembered all about my day, losing someone. So it kind of lets you visit days when you're having a hard day.
Mhm.
it's very therapeutic, and it helps you along your way. It helps you go throughout your day when you're feeling sad or feeling lonely, and you just want to maybe not talk to anyone, but just write it down. And so the book is very user friendly, and like I said, it helped us. So we thought it would be a great idea to have an addition to the book as well with that workbook. We are looking into maybe doing like a 4-book series to continue on with the books, possibly touching on kindness, because he got he was had a dedication for being kind at Regina Howell. They had a rock garden. They have one in front of the school, and they dedicated it to him for his kindness. He played basketball at Regina Howell. He was number 32, and they retired his jersey. And so his picture and his jersey is in the foyer of Regina Howell. And they also have a banner hanging in the gym in his honor and his memory. So um,
That
we knew he was special to us, but we didn't realize how special he was to so many others.
an angel on earth he was, even
Yes, ma'am.
Correct.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes.
And I saw Miss Rumsey say, "Blessings to your family." Miss Patricia Jackson said, "Wow, I'm crying over here." And Miss Sandra said, "Hello from upstate New York."
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
I'm going to read that first page about Dalen. My foot's tapping, and anybody who knows me knows I'm holding back with my foot tapping. You probably hear it. It says all about Dalen. Dalen Joseph Jones was an active young boy from Beaumont, Texas. He was a 4th-grade student at Regina Howell Elementary. He loved school. He was an all-A student with perfect attendance since kindergarten. In addition to his love for school, he remained active, playing many different sports, traveling, swimming, and dressing in his character costumes every chance he could. Dalen had a loving, gentle, and attentive spirit. He genuinely cared for everyone, whether he knew them for a short or long period of time. Dalen was known for his kindness, hugs, laughter, conversation, and his wonderful smile. He was honored at his school for being kind, the one who was assertive, and a special friend to the quiet or shy kids. He believed in friendships and godly love. Through daily reflection, Dalen is often remembered saying, "God is not pleased with them." He was such an advocate for others and desired harmony among everyone. The life Dalen lived will continue to bless and touch the lives of all who loved him. Although God called him to be a guardian angel, his legacy continues to tell his story. Inspired by the vision of Dalen's parents, the author penned one time for Dalen. During the first conversation, Dalen's personality and zest for life became apparent. His parents, Dimples and Daryl Jones Sr., are intentional about sharing Dalen's memories with everyone. Their desire is to have memories of Dalen in the homes of family, friends, and those needing peace with the loss of a loved one. And
Yeah.
right there is the author. There
Yes.
she is. There. So Miss Worsham said, and under his wings shall we trust, feathers from heaven.
Yes.
So
Amen. Amen.
Cute.
Amen.
Yes.
tell me your favorite part of the book.
My favorite part of the book is recognizing the costumes. Dalen loved costumes. He had just every costume you can imagine. And Halloween, he loved holidays, but Halloween was his very special holiday because he could choose a costume. So of course we had to incorporate that in the book. And I could just see him in heaven laughing at the fact that we all dressed up in costumes for him for his birthday. So, but he loved costumes. Whenever we'd have company over, he would go dress in his costume and come out and talk to everybody. And so I love that part of the book. And
Love.
and I think this another part is the fact with him and Ben, my oldest son.
Let her talk. Let her talk. What about you, DJ?
Well, that's the part I like when Ben was praying and he recognized that he was praying for him, the daily prayer. So that's my favorite part of the book.
I will go. My favorite part is when the little boy comes to heaven and
Mhm.
he doesn't know where.
Yeah.
He doesn't know where he is.
Mhm.
And because often, in life, we come to a point in life and we don't know where we are. And if
That's right.
everybody had a Dalen to tell you it'll be okay,
Mhm.
you know?
Yes.
So that's my favorite part of the book when he let that little boy know, hey, it's okay. So as an adult, I can tell you every adult wishes that Dalen was there to say, look, this is what we're about to do. This is how it goes. So that first page really
Yeah.
stung because that part was what a lot of people miss. And we shouldn't have to get to heaven for people to help us.
Most
Exactly.
definitely.
Exactly.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
Sorry,
And
Miss Martina. She said she's crying at work.
Uh,
Me too. Me too, Cartina. So what is your biggest takeaway? What do you want your people to get from your book? Your biggest takeaway, and I always ask them, the author or the parents, this because oftentimes what you want people to get from the book, they get something totally different.
well, to me, I want everyone to take away from this book that the life that you live on this earth it's going to reflect in the afterlife, and also it's okay if you have to leave if you have your affairs squared away with God. It's in the Bible. It said kids are not judged. He wasn't at the age to be judged. But if you talk to a lot of people, and I've thought a lot, he did a whole lot in 9 years. And so don't let anybody turn you away from God. And if you knew Dalen, he always had something to say about God. And he didn't like people being bullied. So I want you to take away from this book, just be a genuine, nice, kind person. And maybe the world will be better if all of us can be kind to each other and really be genuine and care, because that's the type of person he was. And that's my take on what I want to get out of the book.
Dimples.
yeah, everything he said is exactly what I had. I just want it to be a blessing for others. I want them to know that heaven is real. And we have to do our part here on earth to get to heaven so we can see our loved ones again. That's how I try to live my life. And we knew David was when we had him. Um, God gave him to us unexpectedly, and he took him unexpectedly. But that's his child, and we can't fight God for his child. So with that, I'm just thankful to know that my baby is in heaven and that I'm able to keep his legacy alive.
Love that. I'm gonna get myself together here now. I'll get myself together. Yolanda said, I'm watching from Grand Prairie, Texas. Hey, sister and brother, so proud. Happy Tuesday evening. Teresa said, life is not short, it's precious.
Yes.
Laura said, the life we live matters. Pancho said, okay, so we all crying here tonight. Sonetta said, this is so beautiful. The faith is tremendous. And Miss Rumsey, the teacher, said, I tuned in on the right Tuesday. I'm listening. And I'm telling you, your book. And she said, I want that book. So right after my giveaway, right after my takeaway, I'm going to find out where you can get the book. So my biggest takeaway from this book is the faith
Yes.
in the absence of a loved one.
Yes.
It wasn't written in that book, but the fact that you were able to write a book about your son, the faith and the unknown.
Yes.
Yes.
Is my biggest takeaway. The faith in that sometimes life doesn't always feel so good, or
Oh,
but
yeah.
if you just believe, then we can all have peace. We just have to believe and be kind, because you never know what someone's going through. So I appreciate Dalen. I told you every book is a Bible. I appreciate Dalen for this message, because I needed it. Dr. George needed it.
Well, thank
Well,
you.
we
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thank
Just for giving us the opportunity to join you on tonight, because you've done such a special gift to so many people,
Yes.
locally and internationally, just being the person who you are to just tell a story.
Yes.
And that is a blessing in itself. And we thank you for letting us join you tonight on your segment.
Well, thank you. Liv said, thank you for sharing about sweet Dalen. I have a Dalen, and she is so special to me.
Amen.
Amen. That's right. Yes.
Yes.
Patricia Jackson said, faith and courage. And she said, amen. Prayers to you all. So, I know I purchased the book, but how can they purchase this wonderful book?
At the website, it's www dot onetimefordalen.com.
Put it in the comments, and I'm going to put it on the screen. There it is. Oh, I spelled it. Hold on, let me fix that. My hands are shaking.
www.onetimefordalen.com.
Did I get it right this time?
No.
Oh, wait, I clicked on the wrong one. There I go. Did I get it right that time?
No, it's DAYLN.
Oh, Jesus, poor me. My little hands are just shaking. It's www.onetime.
Yes, for Dalen. The title of the book. .com.
I thought I had typed that. One time for Dalen.
.com.
Okay.
DAYLEN.
She gonna redo it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did I get it right?
Nope.
No.
What am I doing wrong?
Dalen, DAYLEN.
Oh, and the E. The E.
It's DAY.
Boys and girls, it's okay to make mistakes, especially
That's all right.
when your hands are shaking and
Yeah. Hey,
you got to keep pressing.
keep pressing. That's right. We all
Look,
here.
people are correcting me on my page daily, and they're spelling it. Thank y'all for helping, Dr. George. I think I got it this time. They said autocorrect. It wasn't autocorrect. It was just Dr. George with shaky hands. But thank you, Laura, for trying to cover for me. But it's ontimefordalen.com.
Yes.
And the book itself, you can buy the book itself, or you can purchase the bundle.
Yes.
Correct. Right. And we're working with BISD at this moment to get the book into the elementary and middle schools. And so we're going to work with other surrounding schools to have the book in their schools to under the AR points because Dalen loved reading. He loved to read.
Reader.
So we want others to read about him as well.
Yes.
Love that. And it would be great for an AR book because I do a lot of those on there.
Yes.
So, man, tonight. So thank you all so much. And do you want to leave your guests with any words?
Hey, follow God, trust and believe in God. And when it look like it's all out, everybody count you out, get on your knees by yourself and talk to the Most High God. And he'll show you where you need to go.
And I want to thank everyone for their support and prayers and love. We just cannot thank the people enough, and just supporting us with this book has been tremendous. Just to know that Dalen is in the homes of many and be a blessing to many. And that's all we want, is just to be a blessing to others as he has been a blessing to us.
Yes.
I love it. And I love the background in the back with his picture and his football. That's the picture I see all the time.
Yes.
Behind. And the illustrator did a wonderful job capturing
He was excellent.
Yes, he
Excellent.
did. He did a great job.
everybody.
Yes, the author
Everybody.
did a great job, and she took what we spoke with her about, and she just made it what it is today, and we absolutely love it.
Yes, we do. Love you, Anika.
Did a really good job. And so Miss Worsham said, God bless you all. And Miss Jackson said, thank you. Amen. So God, boys and girls, if nobody else tells you, Dr. George loves you. And if you can just be like Dalen, just take one of his characteristics, it'll make the world a better place.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
thank you guys for joining.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
All right,
Yes,
God
ma'am.
bless. Thank
God bless
you.
you.